this way. But it's cool, though. We've got the audio working pretty nicely. Richie can hear every word I'm saying right now.
Yeah. Hey, Vince.
Hey, man.
Are you interviewing Ajit
tomorrow?
Tomorrow. Okay, great. Because I went to the first Verizon store protest.
Yeah.
3 people.
There's Verizon store protests?
Yeah, for net neutrality. And there's going to be another protest tonight at the Washington Hilton. Apparently he's speaking at some sort of dinner or something.
Yeah.
So.
It's pretty lame.
Yeah. Didn't know if you wanted to make an opportunity to kind of joke about that or not. But.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll keep my eyes on it. I'm talking to him at 4:30 tomorrow, so plenty of time.
Yeah, definitely. Awesome.
The office is freezing.
I'm not cold right now, but
Let's just start right out here and then walk in.
yeah. What else is going on in the world of anything?
Daytop, can you monitor this shit real quick?
Yeah, I'll watch it. Hold up. What happened with bullshit? With what? The testimony.
Yeah.
Flynn, he was texting during the inauguration, 11 minutes after Trump was inaugurated.
Like when it became his job to deal with national security? Yeah.
Like when it became his job. And so everyone's talking about this morning.
That's how I've been getting
Trump
sleep.
said that
Trump
Trump was
inside the mind.
You gotta have the judge mindset.
You gotta have the judge mindset. Hopefully this
Uh-huh.
is lo-fi.
Using tax reform?
No, it literally the Trump's going to build
I read it. Stone would probably like this.
Uh-huh. Well, he will
No.
he will benefit from it.
But then Trump donated all 3 of his cars.
Okay, great. I didn't know if you were already started on it.
No, I haven't yet, but I'm down to it.
Okay. What about you, son?
What about me, dude?
I don't know. What do you got going on in your life today? Editorially, news stories. Come on. I don't
You want to just throw the headphones on, make sure it sounds good?
I don't know. There's shit going on, dude. I mean,
besides Franken.
besides Franken.
Yeah. What is Trump scheduled today? Isn't he doing something today? Some stupid shit. There's a Hanukkah party. Okay.
That's not good TV. Wait, are we on recording?
No, we're about to be.
I checked it out. It looks good.
He's meeting
No, it looks good.
senators.
I checked it before. I just want to make sure it's
Ron or Rami McDaniel.
Yeah.
And
Who else is he meeting?
proclamation
Oh,
for national
he's meeting with the leaders of the Senate to talk about averting a government shutdown.
Yeah. Oh God, he's meeting with John.
Let's do this meeting. I got
He's got Pelosi. Okay, so do I. All right, I'm going to stop by and talk to you about the Big Four meeting him today, okay?
All right. Fight,
All right,
ready.
stop crying. Am I doing it with Pfeiffer first?
Yes.
They're trying to avert a government shutdown. He's meeting with Pelosi, Schumer, McConnell. Yeah. You do that. I'm gonna go talk to Amber
Brother,
first.
Like, do you see Bannon? How he's like, brother, let me tell you something.
Brother.
He's like
What is he, a
Hulk Hogan.
wrestler?
He kept saying
Brother.
dude. He's like,
Brother. Okay.
hey, brother, ready? Let me tell you something, brother. This Friday
All right, ready?
at WrestleMania.
You shut your mouth. You shut your fat mouth right now. All right, tell Nico to go.
Daytalk was supposed to be watching. I was gonna watch it on his.
Oh,
computer.
Mr. Talk.
Thumbs up. So if you just, yeah, we'll shoot from right here so I can literally see when it goes up.
Hey, Day Talk. You ready for this? Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Stand by, Nico. Krishan.
What's he doing?
All right, Amber, coming to you first. Okay.
I'm gonna be watching for when it actually goes live to get Vince.
The heat
I
is
just need you to
on.
click and I'll be watching from here just to make sure that we're up. So when
We're just going to go live on Facebook.
Yeah.
Make sure the stream
Yeah,
is
I just wanna
working.
see the stream.
Okay.
I would turn the volume down too. Just low enough so you can maybe.
So we don't get feedback. You say when?
Probably be about 3 to 5 seconds before it actually goes up. I'm walking through
Go ahead. It's not live. Go ahead.
You film this on a phone?
Don't ask questions, son. Just enjoy the magic.
This Friday. Can I do it this Friday?
Hey.
If I could.
Hey, Nico.
It's Thursday, my dude.
Want to click that,
This
baby?
Thursday. Is it this Thursday?
You thought it was
Rolling.
Friday?
Click it.
No, I'm.
Just tell me when you click.
I can pretend to be like Hulk Hogan. This Thursday.
It's December 7th, 2017. Happy Pearl Harbor Day. Nice to have you here. We're inside the Daily Caller Newsroom. Let's check in on the political career here in a super live edition of the DC Newsroom of Al Franken. Senator Al Franken, destined to be thrown out of the Senate today, may actually resign. Although there's some question marks on that. Amber Athey joins us now. Amber, will Al Franken resign today? Do we have clarity?
Well, there have been reports that he's going to. His office has pushed back on those reports, so it's really unclear what he's going to do. But most people will remember that he's been pretty defiant in the face of these allegations in general. So he had a press conference last week where he said he apologized if he had hurt any women, but he didn't recall all the situations in the same way. Here's what he said last week. I am embarrassed. I feel ashamed. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start my job. I'm going to work as hard as I can for the people of Minnesota. So clearly planned on staying in office, although that was before basically half of the Senate Democrats called on him to resign. So the situation is a little bit trickier now.
Some 32 or so Democrats have now called for him to resign. But as you said, he's pushing back as of last night, said he had not yet made a final decision. It was interesting that Democrats waited for the seventh and anonymous accuser before they finally started to turn on him. What explains why they waited for 7 accusers at least to do this?
I think a lot of this is honestly political. They waited for 2 weeks, 7 accusers to come out. And for John Conyers, they did pretty much the same. They waited for, I think it was 5 or 6 accusers before they called on him to resign. So I think the political play here is that if they're able to get Franken out with basically the least resistance possible in the weakest possible way to do it by not calling on him to resign immediately, now they can claim some kind of moral high ground if they're to go after Roy Moore and Donald Trump.
Let's say that if by 11:45 this morning, when we're expecting this Al Franken statement to be made, whatever it is, he doesn't announce he's resigning. Do you have any sense? Can you even begin to predict what might come out of his mouth?
Oh, gosh. I can imagine a lot of deflection, a lot of excuses, maybe some apologies, but some half-hearted ones. I almost hope that happens because it would be a political circus, and I think it would be a lot of fun for us here in the office.
Yeah. This is why we're having a super live edition of the Daily Caller Newsroom this morning. Thank you, Amber Athey, as we watch to see what happens to Al Franken today. Somebody's political career could be going up in flames. I'll tell you a guy whose career is not up in flames just yet. It's Alex Pfeiffer. Alex Pfeiffer, the Daily Caller's White House correspondent. And in addition to the Senate having a lot of drama today, the White House has its own issues that they're concerned with. Chief among them right now is averting a government shutdown. What's going to happen today in the president's progress towards that?
Brother, let me tell you something. This Friday at Capitol Hill, without a budget agreement, there's going to be a government shutdown.
Yeah, okay. What are the terms of the debate?
So Trump is meeting.
You can do the same voice. No, be consistent, would you? Don't try and,
No, so President Trump today is meeting with House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, House Speaker Paul Ryan, and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell to discuss getting a budget agreement passed. Because, like I said earlier, this Friday there'll be, they could be government.
Sorry, this is all relatively boring compared to what you first did. I feel like you should stay in character for the rest of this.
No, I can't. But so last time they were supposed to have this meeting last week, but Trump in the morning tweeted that he doesn't see a deal happening because a lot of Democrats are insistent on getting a deal for the so-called Dreamers, DACA beneficiaries. Now, Senate Republicans want to push that into 2018. So I guess that's where there's some tension of sorts. So Trump said last week he doesn't see a deal happening. So Pelosi and Schumer didn't show up to their meeting, and Trump had that I guess not famous photo, but it was pretty well known last week with the empty chairs and their name placards there. So today they'll meet and see if they can hash something out. Most likely, what can happen will be they'll do a short-term stopgap to provide funding to December 22nd, right, so they can negotiate for a little longer on a.
So what you're saying is, we're right up against shutting the government down, and then 2 weeks from now we'll do it all over again.
You know, we got good excitement up here on Capitol Hill, brother.
Great. Thanks for stopping by the Daily Caller Newsroom. Really appreciate it. December 7th again. Blessed Pearl Harbor Day to you. See you soon.
Hulk Hogan, man.
About the anonymous accusations?
Was that live?
I don't know. All right, pardon me. Here, this mic is on, so I get
No, yeah, it's
Thanks. How did it look?